Alright, so here's my 2021 egg drop project. So when I designed this, I wanted to make something that was, fairly compact, and I wanted to shape my impulse by decreasing mass, and I wanted to add a lot of cushioning to increase the time, right? So I wasn't so focused on shaping the momentum, although I wanted it to be low mass, but I wanted a quick velocity so that I could go for, better scores in the equation that we were graded on. So when I went for this, I went for a nice compact design. And I did want it to look good too, obviously. I got the best looking award, so that was good. So I went for kind of a propeller hat top design, and the idea of that was it would catch air and keep it straight and while I was falling. And I enclosed the egg in a pyramid here, so it, keep the egg in it. The egg ended up falling out, so I could have tightened the pyramid so that was maybe a falsity or an overlook when I was designing this. But I wanted something with a good velocity that would fall fast, and I wasn't so much focused on like a parachute design. I wanted something that would fall quickly and get a good score. So to compensate for that, I added these balloons for cushioning so that it would catch it, and it would decrease the amount of time. It would increase the amount of time that the egg was impacting over that period of time. I think ideally I could have added more cushioning, more crumple zones, but I worked with the materials that I had there. So I held it together mostly here with straws, kind of connecting the popsicle sticks there, and put the egg in there. And so when I was worried about my momentum, I wanted it to be pretty low mass. I tried to keep it compact. It's a lot better than the first design was. There was a lot of popsicle sticks on the first design. It was a little bit, overwhelmed. I cut this down a little bit and kind of compressed it. And then on top of that, and probably not so beneficial by mass, there's a Elmer's glue filled balloon in the bottom of it because I kept running into issues. It would tip over, and whatnot. So I think the main flaw in my design was that it was really easily tipped over, actually, and that worked pretty greatly against me. But these, I think, did slow it down a little bit. Maybe would have helped it. I guess if the egg hadn't fallen out, there's a chance it would have survived. I think these balloons actually helped a lot with cushioning. And I suspended the egg holder by rubber bands to allow for it to kind of bounce a little bit, all in the efforts of cushioning it. So not only would it get cushioned by the balloon, but it would also get cushioned by that rubber band. And then I also, by cutting down that, I kind of changed the aerodynamics a little bit, although definitely not ideal aerodynamics. It's quite flat there. I think it doesn't quite land perfect. It's got a lot of tip room, so flattening that out would have been certainly better. But paper clips helped me greatly, held it together. Rubber bands helped strap it together, and it was all just mainly dependent on that balloon design, cushioning it, and holding the egg in there. Just again after that increase of time, which would affect the impulse, and then lower mass, although I still had the greatest mass, so I think of everybody, but for the design it was lower than it was. And I believe it also had the shortest longest length, so of 29 centimeters, so that was also helping it in the equation there. And so I think all of that working together kind of confounded the design there. I think if I were to redo it again, I would have, added more crumple zones, secured the egg better, certainly tightened that. I think that could have helped me greatly. And then maybe working in just on the cushioning in general, and maybe adding some more air catch, because what it ended up doing was tipping over, egg fell out, and then disaster ensued. So yeah, ideally just rework those factors, and it could have been a lot better. So that concludes my 2021 egg drop project, and all the things I could have done better on it. Thank you.